And good evening and welcome here to Roy Michael Field at Woodcutter Stadium in lovely Rachel, West Virginia, where the North Marion Huskies will look to improve to 3-0 on the season as they host the Philip Barber Colts. The Colts come in with a 2-0 record as well. We should be in for a good one here tonight. I'm Sean McNamara, bringing you through tonight's action once again with Coach Steve Harbor. Coach, beautiful night for football, a little warm, should cool down, and we should be in for a good game here.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice night tonight. I'm kind of anxious for it to start getting colder, to be honest with you, Sean. But yeah, this is going to be a good game, a good physical contest for both teams. I think both teams are physical up front. As far as even within the box, Philip Barber's got some nice linebackers, led by the Carpenter kid, in my opinion. Number 22, he kind of anchors that middle. He's a nice little player, so it's going to be exciting action, I think.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Both teams once again come in with that 2-0 record, doing it kind of similarly, just a little bit. Both teams picked a shutout in their opening game. Philip Barber 23-0 over Grafton, while North Marion 27-0 over East Fairmont. Game 2, a weather-shortened game for Philip Barber, I believe, last week against Buchanan.
Yeah,
and they ended up winning that game 34-10. While North Marion got involved in a shootout with almost 1,000 yards of total offense last week. I think it was like 994 total yards of offense in a 54-26 win over Preston, a win that had the coaching staff for North Marion a little, what's the word I'm looking for, anxious?
Yeah. I know one thing. I wouldn't be very anxious defensively giving up those yards, and I know Coach Hayes wasn't either. I was in the coach's office afterwards, and I've been involved in some of these conversations after a game like that, and he wasn't very happy. So I know this week that's been a message because Philip Barber's got they've got some nice athletes, but I know I'm going to mention three of them. Number 1, Bennett. Number 2, Patrick Webster. Number 3, Malachi Poling. Man, they're good.
They're good players across the board. Of those guys that you mentioned, Bennett, 9 carries, 51 yards on the season. Carpenter, a good rusher, 8 carries for 142. And some good players. And Malachi Poling caught 1 pass, 10 yards. It was a touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, these guys, the quarterback, he knows who to find. He throws it up to either number 2 or number 3. He'll just throw it up there. And those guys remind me a lot of Landon Fry. They're ball getters. They go get it.
So North Marion all-time 6-0 against Philip Barber. The average margin of victory, 32 points per game. North Marion 3-0 at home against Philip Barber. However, they've only played once at Roy Michael Field. The Colts have previously. It was when East West Stadium was the home of North Marion back in the 70s and 80s, late 70s, early 80s. First game in 1979. They played from 79 through 82 and then took a little hiatus, didn't play again until 2019. So now they've played the last 2 years after that 2019 game.
We scrimmaged them, though. We early on in my coaching career here, I think it was like 2011. I told some of the guys this before the game. They came here. Coach Curtis Bodkins, had his team ready to go in a scrimmage, and they whipped our tail end, and we were pretty good that year. And they just whipped us like a beat dog, and then they ran out on the middle of the field, jumping up and down, screaming, "Who let the dogs out?" So I made sure that the team knew that.
Yeah, scrimmage is fired up.
Oh yeah, it was.
Looking at some history between the two communities here, back in the day, Mannington 5-0 against Beelington. They played from 1921 through 61, so way back there. They only allowed 7 points all time. That came in a game in 1960. So Mannington got the better of Beelington for sure. 2-1 versus Philippi. Those games between 1922 and 36. So way back there as well. Monongah 5-1 versus Beelington. 1-7 versus Philippi. So Philippi had the better of Monongah back in the day. And in those games, Philippi outscored Monongah 148-22.
Wow.
Monongah also a pair of games against Philip Barber back in the day. So a little bit of community, rivalry is not the right word, but history between the two.
Yeah.
So always interesting to I always like looking into that.
Yeah.
There's some good resources online to dig back into that stuff. Pretty cool.
It is interesting to see that stuff. I'm glad you share it.
So captain's just about ready to get out. I think we're just about 5 minutes away here. And Coach, tonight, I think we could expect to see a steady dose of Brian Poindexter. Brian comes in leading the team in rushing, 29 carries for 280 yards and 3 scores. He's off to a really good start to his sophomore year.
Yeah, he is. Again, I think the kid's pretty special. But last week if it wasn't for those 5 guys up front, Brown doesn't do anything. And I credit the offensive line last week for opening up those gaps for him and really wearing down a big defensive line from Preston.
Yes, and last week I think one of the things we would like to see tonight, if you're a Husky fan, the back end of that defense just a little bit. It all starts up front, getting pressure on the quarterback, but being able to heat up Robbie Jones for the Colts, make things difficult, and then see the back 4 of North Marion kind of shore things up a little bit. Gave up a lot of yards last week.
Yeah, we got to get better. Again, it's just technique and trusting your footwork on the back end. And then, honestly, guys like Ryder Bland being able to play out of phase. Like, sometimes when you're playing off coverage, you got to really learn how to play out of phase, and even press coverage, you got to learn how to play out of phase. And I think that we have to get better at that as a unit. So
pretty nice home crowd here at Roy Michael Field, and decent away crowd coming up from Barber County.
Yeah. I mean, it's a drive from them.
Colts will be wearing their blue pants, look like kind of a Carolina blue on the pants and the helmets. White jerseys with dark blue numbers outlined in light blue. North Marion and back to their normal uniforms after the specials last week. Yeah. They've got silver helmets with gray pants, striped with black and white down the side of the pants, black jerseys with white numbers outlined in silver and Huskies across the chest. A good-looking home uniform for North Marion.
It is.
I believe it's the 3rd different uniform they've worn this year.
Well, Coach Hayes is like Oregon. He's got a bunch of combinations he likes to throw out. But, yeah.
Classic ones tonight. I believe both teams this week, number 6 in the Metro News Power Rankings. North Marion in AAA, Philip Barber in AA. So we should be up for a good one. Captains going out. We've got Evan Miller, Brian Poindexter, Toby Michael, and Hunter Rogers going out there for North Marion. And for Philip Barber, we've got Malachi Cross, a gentleman that you and I were talking about earlier before we went on. Mason Jones is out there. He's joined by Owen Johnson, and then a player with his number 2. Okay, that's who it is. Pat Webster. He had his jersey up under his shoulder pads. Couldn't tell. So Pat Webster out there for the captains. Coach, if you're North Marion, you win the toss. What are you doing tonight?
I'm taking defense. I want the ball in the second half. I want the defense to set the tone. Again, every game, I think kids are a little bit nervous, and I think probably one of the best things you can do to get rid of that nervous energy is to play defense and go out and hit somebody. So me, I'm going to defer and take it in the second half.
So the officials out there discussing that. I want to thank all of you for joining us on our Huddle TV. All your pay-per-view subscriptions go right back to help the North Marion Athletic Department. And those of you joining us on YouTube. Free audio on YouTube. Please feel free to share with your friends. It's like Philip Barber has won the toss, and they will take the ball.
You know what? Cross looks a lot bigger with pads on than even he did. I mean, he was a big kid, but he's a really good lineman for Philip Barber, and he can move too. He's a college-type kid.
Malachi Cross, number 74. He's a 6'4", 270-pound senior. So, yeah, you're right. He is a big guy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, if you look at him, he got high calves. I mean, typically you don't see that on linemen. You know what I mean? That's typically one of the signs of an athlete. I mean, he's a college-type kid, I think.
Nice student section on hand tonight, Coach. Looks like a Minions theme.
It is. The basketball guys told me in practice or in weightlifting the other day that it was going to be Minions. So,
Jock Holt and Toby Michael lead the team through the banner as the cheerleaders perform on the far end of the field, and we are just about ready to go. About a minute from kickoff, and really looking forward to this one tonight. Huskies look fired up. A chance to go to 3-0. And pick up an impressive win over a 2-0 team. And for Philip Barber, big opportunity for them as well, as a lot of points available. It's a little early to be looking at the playoff rankings, but you kind of always have to. And a lot of points available tonight for them. Well,
you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast about, both teams kind of started both games very similar. Philip Barber started against Grafton. It was like 0-0 late third or even into the fourth quarter, and they ended up just, running away with it. And then, same to be said last week. So Philip Barber seems to be starting slow. North Marion last week started pretty quick, but the week before obviously started slow. So I think whoever gets out to a quick start and is able to get a few stops, obviously has Uncle Mo on their side, and it could be good.
Cam Bennett and Pat Webster going to be back deep to receive for Philip Barber. They've got a little 5-4-2 or a 5-2-2-2 alignment there on the kickoff. No Landon Stempel out there tonight, so kicking off for the North Marion Huskies, we'll have number 21, Cooper Williams, out there. Cooper, normally their place kicker on extra points this year. That 21 looks good out there, Coach. We had a good player wear that last.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. And Cooper's looked pretty good in practice kicking the ball, so hopefully he has a good outing today.
So Williams has it teed up. The right-footed kicker gets a signal, and he will go, and he will kind of pooch. It doesn't get much on it. It's going to be fielded there by Poling at the 40, and he breaks free. He's going to be hit by Carter Parson, but steps out of it, and he's going to get great field position to start as they will begin this drive not deep, but in Husky territory.
Yeah, that's a problem. You want to kick it away from that guy.
Strategically positioned there because he was one of the up men. He was in the first row of players there. So it'll be good starting field position for Philip Barber. Cam Bennett, the quarterback, number 1 for Philip Barber. Coach Hayes last week said they're going to formation them to death. So we're going to see a lot of different formations. And this is a strange one we're out in here. Little diamond, it's going to be a direct snap. That's not Bennett. He's lined up deep. And we're going to get a handoff and a medium-sized gain there. That'll be number 40, Mason Jones, on the carry. Yeah,
40 runs the ball really hard. Another thing they love to do out of that diamond, that fully loaded backfield, is an option with their quarterback and Bennett.
So 5 yards on the carry, set up a 2nd down and 5. They're going to go right back to that diamond formation. Robbie Jones in at the quarterback position. 1 running back behind him, 2 to either side. And it's going to be an option out to the outside. That is going to be Cam Bennett out there, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
Yep. I knew it. I knew it was coming sooner or later.
And it certainly came sooner. First play, second play of the game picks him up 6 yards. So now they're inside the 30, 1st and 10 from the 29. So Jones in a quarterback, another interesting formation. 2 running backs to his left, about a yard behind him. 1 running back to his right. The 2 to the left bunched right up. And it's going to be a run to the left side. That's Bennett. He's hit in the backfield. Toby Michael combines on the tackle with Hunter Rogers. And that'll be a loss, a big loss, about 6 yards there. And credit Rogers for making it happen.
Yeah, Rogers, I felt 2 weeks in a row he's played well on defense. And to be honest with you, Toby Michael's probably our best just football player. You know what I mean? Like just IQ, everything. He's a really good football player.
Rogers, Floyd, and Gump across the defensive line right now. Here's a snap. Early movement by Philip Barber, so that'll be a false start. And after picking up 11 yards on their first 2 plays, a TFL and a penalty, they'll lose all 11 and be back right where this drive started.
Yeah, it's nice to see Floyd back too. He had a quick surgery that he had to have done and on his knee, and it's great to see him back.
He'll come out. Jacob Friels will come in for him. We've got looks like Holden and Edgel in there at linebackers. Carter Parson and Toby Michael as the overhangs, and then the same 4 across the back. Shotgun formation now. 2nd down and a bunch as looking to pass. That's Jones, goes deep, and Poling goes up and gets it. Great catch as he goes up over Ryder Bland and makes the reception, and he's going to pick up 30 yards.
Yeah, I said it early in the broadcast. These guys are ball getters. All they got to do is throw it up, and those guys actually go up and get every one of them.
So that play started from the 40. They get it all the way down to the 12. So it'll be a gain of 28 on the reception and a 1st down. 1st and 10 Colts. Jones is back there. He's got Landon Carpenter, who's going to take a handoff. Goes over the right side. He's hit. Good job. Then Edgel is able to clean him up. Starting the hit, first contact by Floyd. Good to see that.
Yeah, it is. He's a tough kid to handle inside, and it was great fill by Edgel. Great pursuit by the Huskies. 1
yard on the carry there. So 3 different ball carriers and 1 pass receptor so far. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 11-yard line. Carpenter in the backfield with Jones. Jones rolls out. Looking for a man to pass to. He's looking to the end zone. He's going to tuck and run. Goes out of bounds. Good hit on the sideline. Good clean hit by Holden.
It was, and I'll tell you who really helped that out. Carter Parson did a good job as that overhang. He can force that, but he did a great job of getting depth and taking that passing window away and forcing him to tuck it.
2 yards for Jones. He's the 4th player to record a carry so far tonight. And this will be a third down and about, they got it at the 9, got to get it to 3. So 3rd and 6. We got Carpenter in the backfield alongside Robbie Jones. Got a wing back to the left. Man in motion is Bennett. It'll be a keeper, Robbie Jones. He's got room. He's going to be spun around and taken down. Maybe a yard on the play, but a nice play by the Huskies. It looks like Jones had some daylight coming out of the backfield, and he gets taken down.
He did. It was closed quickly by assignment football of Hunter Rogers. Did a great job.
So subs coming in. We'll see if they go for a kick here as they're bringing on Aiden Thorne, the freshman number 7. He's got the kicking block in his hand. Robbie Jones will hold. So the snap coming from the 7-yard line. They're going to put the ball down at the 15. So 25-yard opportunity here for Aiden Thorne. Just inside the left hash. Good snap. Hold is good. The kick is up, and he's got it. 25 yards on the field goal. 3-0 Colts.
I watched him in pregame, number 7 for Philip Barber, kick the ball. He's got a nice leg, so that's a weapon to have in high school. Honestly, as a field goal kicker, there's a lot of points that's left out on the field because a lot of teams don't have a kicker. So it's a nice weapon that Philip Barber has.
And he knocks that one through right down the middle. It was a nice snap, nice hold, good operation overall for a Philip Barber team that cares about their special teams. They rep it a lot.
Yeah, obviously they do. They did it in pregame. I've never seen it before in my life.
With
all the years coaching.
Rep and kickoff team pregame. Yes, again, I have not seen that either.
Yeah.
So now it'll be Thorne and the Colts kicking off with a 3-0 lead. Colton Campbell, Brian Poindexter, and Cyrus Collins back to receive. We got J.D. Baker and Blake Edgel out there in the middle row. They're joined by Isaiah Carpenter, number 22. So 5-3-3 alignment on the kickoff. Return for North Marion, who trails 3-0. Man in motion on the kickoff. Okay. And this will be a kick deep. Poindexter's going to get it at the 9. Brian turns it up. He's at the 20. He got a seam. Brian's at the 35. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 45 on the other side. 35, 30. And he is out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Brian Poindexter turns it up. And the Huskies will start in great field position.
If there's one team that should know about Brian Poindexter, it's Philip Barber from last year. I'm pretty sure he housed one.
Yeah, Brian Poindexter last year had a nice game against the Colts. He carried the ball 9 times for 77 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And this drive will start for the Huskies down at the 24-yard line. So a great return by Poindexter. 67 yards on the return. So we got Cole Morris in the backfield with Poindexter. Brian goes in motion. Morris takes a snap. He's got Toby Michael back there. Swing pass.
There you go.
Poindexter. He picks up a great block from Parson, and he'll take it for a first down.
Great job by Carter out there playing the slot. When they said this week Carter was going to be in the slot, I said, well, that's great. You're going to be able to get Brian the ball in space.
12 yards on the reception and a first down. First and 10 from the 12. They got Bland split out wide with Carter Parson on the other side. Brian Poindexter takes it around the left side. He's going to turn it up. He picks up a block from Toby Michael and another one on the outside before hit big by Bennett there on the sideline, but a nice run for Poindexter.
Number 1, Cameron Bennett just lays the wood. I watched him on film, and I love how he plays.
So that'll be a pickup of 5 yards for Poindexter. Johnson out wide left. Now Edgel in the backfield along with Toby Michael. Carter Parson in the slot. Bland out wide right. Edgel in motion. Morris has it. Keeps it. Right up the middle. Cole's inside the 5. Colts trying to rip it out. And it's going to be a nice run for Cole Morris inside the 5. He's going to pick up about 4.
Cole did a good job. Usually, sometimes Cole can get a little loose with it, and that's been a point of emphasis from North Marion is taking care of the football. He did a great job of keeping the ball high and tight that time.
3 yards on the carry. And so it'll be third down and looks like a long 1, short 2. Ball's at the 4. It's going to be a handoff. Edgel up the middle. I think he got the first down, didn't get in the end zone. So that should move the chains for North Marion and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, wonder where Poindexter went. I haven't seen him. Oh, there he is. Took his helmet off.
So it will be a first down. They're going to move the chains there. So it's a gain of 2 for Edgel down to the 2-yard line. And it'll be first and goal. Edgel going to stay in the backfield with Toby Michael, it looks like. Parson in the slot left. Michael at H there. And then Edgel in the backfield. Edgel takes a handoff, spins towards the goal line. He got hit in the backfield. That was a nice play by Philip Barber. Didn't quite see who made it.
I couldn't
But it was a nice tackle in the backfield either way. That was number 40 on the initial stop. Mason Jones for the Colts broke through the hole and made contact as soon as Edgel got the ball just about.
Yeah, really good running back and linebacker. I mean, that linebacker core for Philip Barber is pretty good.
So second and goal from the 1. It's still Edgel in the backfield with Morris. Edgel's going to take it easy into the end zone. Touchdown, Blake Edgel.
Yeah, that's a good job.
And North Marion back ahead. That drive takes them 2 minutes and 56 seconds, and they're right back in this one.
Yeah, it was a good run, good blocking scheme up front. Edgel did a great job of finishing on top in his run.
So Edgel with a pair of touchdown runs last week adds another one tonight.
Yeah. Kid's come a long way.
Williams on for the PAT. It's up.
Good.
And he got it. 7-3 Huskies. And a good drive, good answer for North Marion, Coach.
It was. It's good to see that. Sometimes when you kind of give up something on special teams and the team ends up getting points, sometimes your body language takes over. You're just like, blah. But North Marion came out, and I think what did it is Brian's run on that kickoff or the kick return.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. When you can set your team up, at the 24-yard line going in, that's a good momentum switch and obviously sets them up in a good position.
Yep. Yeah, he did that, and then he had a nice run. So, it was pretty good.
So once again, thanks to all you for joining us here on YouTube and on Huddle. Glad we got internet, Coach. I know it was a problem up here today.
It was. Yeah, they were texting me saying, hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to do the broadcast. I said, well, we can at least do audio. Even if we hotspot it or something, we can figure a way out.
So it'll be Williams to kick off now. We'll see if they change up the strategy here at all. Got to figure they will.
Yeah, they're not going back to 3.
So Williams gets a pretty good kick on this one, and Bennett will let it bounce. He picks it up at the 8. Looks across the field, turns it up. He's going to try and get to the sideline. He's got the sideline, but we're going to get it called back. And
no flag.
Cyrus Collins got away with the horse collar there.
He did.
But I think we've got a hold right in the middle of the field, so this one's coming back. Huskies fortunate on that.
Yeah, they are.
Coach Maley and the Colts, yeah, I could see him over there talking to their coaching staff, talking to the officials, and I understand why.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a little fired up too, but let's see what they say.
Holding against Philip Barber.
That's it.
So 10-yard penalty on Philip Barber. They've got 2 penalties tonight for 15 yards. And this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the first drive of the 3 tonight that either team has started in their own territory.
All right, let's see.
5:56 on the first quarter clock. North Marion leads 7-3. Here's Jones in the backfield, single back. He's going to drop back to pass. Pressure comes up the middle. He's going to roll out now. He's got some space to run. Holden gives chase, and Holden with a nice tackle. I thought if Jones had kept going toward the sideline, he would have been in a better spot there.
Yeah, I don't know why he tried to cut it back inside. He had plenty of space outside. Honestly, he had the angle too. I mean, Josh was giving chase but didn't have the angle to catch him.
So it's a gain of 1 up to the 26. Good pressure on that play for the Huskies, particularly Jacob Friels broke through the middle of that line and made Jones make a decision and roll out.
Well, I'm glad because they were singling guys up and they're trying to get isolations to throw the ball to their guy.
It looks like it's going to be single coverage here as well for North Marion. And Jones is going to hand it off. Toby Michael with the initial Pressure, but a good hard run there by Mason Jones, and he's going to pick up about 5, maybe 4, and I'll bring up third down.
Again, good pursuit. I thought Toby did a great job right there of exchanging when the ball started to get inside of him. He exchanged, went inside, made the play.
So that's a gain of 4 on that one. And that'll bring up third down and 5. Twin wide receivers right, single back wing to the right, and 1 wide receiver left. Jones looking to pass, has time. Now the time breaks down, and he's going to be sacked. He gets taken down. Fresh into the game, Luke Walker.
You know, I'm watching the quarterback here. It looks like he's looking for one read. If that read's not open, then it's just kind of a scramble drill after that. So North Marion did a great job in the secondary.
Loss of 10 there. And yeah, you're exactly right, because it took the pressure a long time to get there.
Yeah.
You know, what's this? 2.7 seconds is normally your time to throw. He had that.
Inside of 3. You go play 7-on-7, I think you get like 5 or 7 seconds, something like that. But.
So it'll be Thorne on to punt. Pressure comes, it's blocked. Josh Holden got a piece of it.
They're going to call it. I knew it because he fell.
Yeah, but if Holden made contact with the kick.
That's correct. If
and he definitely did.
If they say that it was tipped, but I didn't see anybody call it being tipped. But if it was tipped, then he's allowed to make all the contact he wants on that guy.
So the officials are in here discussing. I thought Holden got it.
Let's see what they say. Yep, they're calling it.
They will call it. So,
but
it was at 5 or 15.
No, it's running into. There's no way they'd call it 15. It was a great acting job.
Well, the Huskies got pressure. They blocked the punt each of the first 2 games. Cyrus Collins getting both of them.
Well, and that's what freed up Holden, because it looked like they fanned their coverage out, and it left the guy coming right up the middle.
So we'll see if the Huskies go after this one again. You look at their coverage. They've got 2 guys on the overhang where Collins is going to be coming in.
I would too.
So now no pressure from the Huskies. It'll be a return and a low kick. It's going to bounce. Poindexter says get away, and it's a smart move. That one will be down by Tyler Vance at the 35-yard line. So credit Luke Walker on that play in the Husky defensive backfield. And it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, so far, I mean, North Marion secondary has kind of answered the call. But the other thing is North Marion's box is getting pressure. So that's going to take the quarterback's eyes from where, he wants to go with the ball. So they're playing great football right now on defense.
Offensive line for North Marion, we've got Evan Miller out there with Rogers, and they're joined by 52, Jacob Friels, Luke Walker out there as well. And I'm missing one.
Gump.
Logan Gump.
Yep.
1st and 10 Huskies. Morrison at quarterback. He's going to give a handoff, Brian Poindexter. Brian with a little bit of footwork in the hole, but the Colts close it down nicely, and it'll be a short game.
Yeah, they did a good job of staying home up front, letting the linebackers pursue.
So it looks like a gain of 3 for Brian Poindexter, his 2nd carry of the game. He's got 8 yards. As the clock approaches 3 minutes in the first quarter, Huskies lead 7-3 with a 2nd down and 7. Snap Morris picks us out. Poindexter tries to get to the edge. He does. Picks up a good block from Collins, but he's taken down, and a really nice tackle there by Philip Barber's number 20, Vance, but a flag down. I think it's going to be against North Marion. They might have gotten him on that Collins block.
I was going to say it's in the area of a holding, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Holding against North Marion, their 2nd penalty of the game, 15 yards on 2 penalties. 2 penalties in the last 4 plays for the Huskies.
I kind of hope Coach Taylor goes back to that early and late motion, getting Poindexter out in space. I think that's an extension of your run game. It's an easy way to get outside the tackle box. Hopefully he goes back to it.
I thought you were going to say single wing.
No.
Ball's at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 15 now. Michael in at the H-back position there. Poindexter in the backfield. Oh, it's going to be a flip to Collins. Collins gets to the outside. He's got speed. He picks up a block from Johnson, and then a good recovery by Robbie Jones to make the tackle, but a good catch by Collins.
Yeah, they've been working on that shovel pass. this week. I really liked it with him and Toby.
13 yards, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 ball from the 43.
Lucas Runner in at F this at slot this series.
Poindexter in the backfield. It'll be a shotgun formation. Morris has it. He's going to give the Poindexter. Brian's got the first down.
First down. That's the one thing that I think he's gotten better at this year than last year is just awareness, right? So you only need a couple yards, like get downhill, get what you can get, and then, hopefully you'll get another carry here later.
Carter Parson in the game, the big minion walking through the stands here.
Oh, boy. That's cool.
1st and 10, ball at the 47 on the North Marion side of the field, 1:40 on the first quarter clock. Morris looking to pass.
Right here.
Wanted to dial one up. It's not there. Good coverage by the Colts, and then the defense comes through and takes him down. Combining on that tackle were thought I saw a 53, but no 53 in the playbook. So
I think it's 23, Sean.
23. Owen Johnson in there as well as Sean Dent.
Yeah, Cole was looking downfield. That's his read. He did have Poindexter on the swing there, but again, you got a progression that you go through, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to get to his last read.
So no gain on the play. Does not go down as a sack. So 2nd down. Pistol formation for Morris. Wing back to the left, single back right behind him. It's going to be a give. This is Brian Poindexter. He gets a block. It's taken down high, but it looked like it was fine. It was inside the shoulder area, and it's going to go down as a gain of
It's going to be
10.
Close. Yep, they're
so
calling
the near
it
official calls it a first down.
Yeah.
So 10 yards on the carry as the Huskies cross midfield and have a 1st and 10 at the 43. 44 seconds to go on the first quarter running clock. Poindexter sidecar right with Morris. Going to take the handoff. Right up the middle. Nice run.
It was.
Coach, how many yards do you think he got on that one?
6, 7.
There it is. All right. I had to sex you up for that. Gain of 5 for Poindexter.
Yeah. Did a great job there.
Had to get it out of the way. He only got 5 on that play. So 2nd down and 5. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball to 38. Colts jump, and that should be a first down.
Yeah.
It still works, Coach.
It does. It's unbelievable. It really is. Now that's not the time that you typically would do that.
Right.
But that may have been a call by Cole. I know it wasn't on the. It didn't look like it was from the sideline.
And that will do it for the first quarter, as the Huskies will have a 2nd down and less than 1 at the 33. And they lead 7-3 after 1. Coach, good start to the quarter for North Marion. I think on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Actually, yes. They started fast on offense. They've done a good job on defense. The whole bend don't break. The one thing that Philip Barber, they had a drive killer. They had penalties that will that stalled their drive out. So I've been impressed with North Marion in this first quarter.
So 7-0 North Marion. After that first one, Brian Poindexter has 39 total yards. He's touched the ball 6 times, 1 reception for 12, and 5 carries for 27. Cole Morris has run twice for 3 yards. Blake Egel, 3 carries, 4 yards, and a touchdown. And Cole Morris, 2 of 2 passing so far.
Yeah, again, those are the throws that we made have been, high. Like those are efficient throws, right? That you want.
Yes, a swing pass and then the shovel pass.
And the shovel pass. Those are throws that he can make all day. And what happens is you start getting some confidence as a quarterback, and this is what you want.
So they did give him the first down on that penalty. So they didn't mark it a first down before we went to the before we flipped sides of the field. Now they do.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, North Marion. Ball at the 33-yard line for Morris and the Huskies. He takes a snap. Cole rolls out. Throws an out route. He's got his man. That's Johnson, who stays on his feet, but he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a short gain, but a completion.
Hopefully they come back to that at some point. He had Carter on the corner route. The corner stayed, and we had it right over top of him.
4 yards on the reception for Johnson. second catch of the season. His first one was for 27 yards a week ago. Now here's the snap. Ball comes from the 29. Morris got it. Short run, and he's going to pick up about 3 down to the 26.
Honestly, like, we missed a block up front. That was all Cole. Cole just wanted to finish that run. So he did a great job.
Collins and Floyd into the game. Coach Lanham in North Marion sub-lineman more than any team I've ever seen.
You didn't get to watch me when I coached line too much then. We played 9 to 10 linemen every game.
So 3rd down and 3, balls at the 26. And it'll be Cyrus Collins taking the handoff.
Yeah.
He's going to get close, but he did not get it.
He's short.
So Collins probably 1 yard on the carry.
Yeah, Sean, every explosive play we had, I would substitute everybody except for Grant Elliott. Grant had to stay in because he was our center.
Interesting. What year would that have been?
That would have been with like Dalton, Malcolm, and even before that,
so
Kyle.
I was around. Maybe I just wasn't remembering.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because I started covering you guys with Malcolm's first season.
Yeah, all you got to do is ask Grant. He knew he had to stay in the whole time.
Pap Elliott.
That's it.
All right, ball up to the 24-yard line. Morris is going to look to pass. Now he's going to tuck and run. And he stays on his feet. He's got his feet moving, but he's going to be stopped.
Something
almost looked like a miscommunication on that play.
Yeah, something didn't look right there. I'm not sure what it was, but there was some type of miscommunication, and that's okay. Now you got to just bend don't break here. Let's get a stop.
So that'll be a turnover on downs, and it's the first drive North Marion hasn't scored in or ended a half in their last. I think that was their 10th possession, Coach.
Yeah.
They had 8 of 10 last week scoring drives, and the 2 were the half in the game, and then they're opening one tonight. So no points for the Huskies, first time in a while, and it'll be 1st and 10. Colts from the 27-yard line, 10:31. Second quarter, Huskies lead 7-3. Diamond formation here. And it's going to be a handoff. And that's going to go to Mason Jones. Not much there.
This is, again, North Marion's strength, in my opinion, is their box. And, when you consistently try to run up the middle against these guys, it's typically not going to work out well.
Ball will go up to the 28-yard line. It could be a situation they're trying to set something up for later.
Option. That's what they're
play action, yeah. Or the option, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they want to run option with Bennett or throw it up to one of the receivers.
So Robbie Jones is in the pistol diamond formation. He's going to look to pass. Lobs one up down the sideline. He's got Poling, and it's there, and he's taken down, but a big gain. Has it one-on-one and picks up the first down.
He's a good player. You almost want to give him a hair space and take away all inside leverage. You don't want him catching the ball on a slant or a skinny post.
Picks up 38 on that one.
They're still going to press him. I like it.
Ball to 35 now. Jones looking to pass again. He's going to do the exact same thing as he goes deep to Poling. This one just a little bit too high. Poling wants a flag, won't get it.
No, you don't get that. I mean, he had the ability to get it with both hands. That was just good coverage by Ryder Bland on that one.
And we did have a safety coming over the top there as Van Gilder came over late, so it wasn't a true single coverage. But, they were – Jeff Carpenter was talking about this last night with Coach Roy Michael back in the day. If you have a play that works, you keep running the same thing till they stop it.
Yeah, you do.
And it kind of looked like that's what Coach Maley and the Colts were looking to do there.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Yeah, a lot of guys, like a lot of offensive coordinators, they just want to go to a bunch of different plays. Well, if you're running, one back power and they can't stop it, like why would you quit? You can always have a run helper, you can RPO it, but you just keep running it.
The official's looking to sort something out here.
I'm not sure. It may be a clock thing. Not sure.
We got 9:19 on the clock now.
There goes Coach Taylor. It's a clock thing.
It's like the near official, near Coach A is communicating that young-looking guy over there.
Who's that?
Our official here on the near side of the field.
I remember when both these guys over here were going like JV games and, on Monday nights. So
all the credit to the officials. Tough job.
It is.
Very little love that they get. Ball at the 35 for a 2nd and 10. Here's Robbie Jones. He's going to keep it.
Oh, boy.
And Josh Holden takes him down. Good job by Holden to read his key. After a little read option action with Bennett, Jones chooses to keep it himself, and Holden right there.
Yeah, Holden did a great job staying at home. Quarterback did a really good job at his mesh, right? So he held that in the running back's belly for so long and then decided he was going to pull it, and Holden did a great job.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Looks like they're shading Van Gilder over with Bland on polling one-on-one. Ball at the 33. Jones going to roll out the other way. Looking to pass. Little intermediate throw, incomplete. Diving attempt by Cam Bennett. And a good attempt over there, but it goes incomplete. A Butterfingers chant from the North Marion crowd, and that would have been a spectacular catch, Coach. I mean, I don't know that that's quite fair.
Yeah, it would have been a really good catch, but hey, you know what? I love it when those students get rowdy like that.
Definitely, and the play right in front of them.
It is.
Again, really impressed with the theme tonight for those who chose to participate.
I in weightlifting last night, I told our basketball guys to participate, and I only see one guy in yellow down there. It's Maddox Batson.
Timeout, Philip Barber. They take the timeout with 8:53 to go in the 2nd quarter, and they face a 4th and 8 ball at the 33. Big moment in this game. You could say that about any 4th down where the offense stays on the field.
Yeah, it is. I'm not really sure. Like, I've watched enough film of them, but I think their best opportunity is to throw a ball either up to number 2 or 3, or maybe do some type of jailbreak. They do that pretty well as well.
So we haven't called the name of number 2, Pat Webster, yet.
Yeah.
Webster's caught 3 balls for 34 yards on the season.
I think the other option that they could do is run option. I'd run it to the field side, get that loaded, that diamond formation, go crossface zone, and then run option with, 2 of their better athletes. I think that's a good option.
Scores from around the area. Fairmont Senior 63-13 over Preston last night. Bridgeport 14-7 over East Fairmont right now. 4th and 8 here in Rachel. Diamond formation, wide receivers out wide to the right. It's going to be Jones. And he's going to be taken down and sacked. Toby Michael had different ideas. And he comes away untouched. Huskies only rush 4. And no one puts a hand on Michael. And he gets the sack. 2nd sack of the game for North Marion.
I may be wrong, but I believe they had a guy open. But the problem was we had such good pressure, he didn't have time.
Loss of 9 on that sack. So Jones officially in high school, the sack goes against the quarterback's rushing total. 6 carries, minus 13 for Jones.
He's not very happy. I could tell right after that play, he was pretty upset.
1st and 10, North Marion. Ball at the 42-yard line, going right to left on your huddle camera and your YouTube radio dial. 2 running backs in the backfield alongside Cole Morris. Cole takes a snap. He's going to give to Poindexter. Brian gets to the number, looks to turn it up. A good pursuit by the Colts as Robbie Jones is in there with Cam Bennett, and it'll be a loss of 1 for Poindexter. Not many negative plays for Brian so far this year, and that one just tried to get to the sideline, and the Colts strung him right out.
Well, yeah, Philip Barber did a good job of stretching the play, and I'm telling you right now, you got to get a hat on number 1.
So ball now at the 41-yard line. Michael in at that H-back position. Poindexter alongside, right sidecar alongside Morris. Now Cole's going to fool the defender. Good fake, not even a fake there, but good read.
Yeah.
And he's going to get positive yardage. Lost the ball, but forward progress was already stopped. And it'll be a nice gain of about 6 yards for Cole Morris and bring up a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, good quarterback counter. Be a nice little spot to maybe go with Coach Hayes's.
Yes, the motion clap. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 47. Huskies on their own side of the field. Parson in motion. Morris has the snap, rolls out, getting chased. Throws one deep, looking for Carter Parson, and it's incomplete. Good defense on the play as Pat Webster does the seatbelt celebration. And that one goes incomplete. First incompletion for Morris tonight. And Parson is down.
Actually, Carter did a good job fighting for the ball.
Yeah.
That was a good matchup between those two guys right there.
Philip Barber's macing Jones with the initial pressure on Morris in the backfield.
I can't tell what the situation is by Carter over there. It looks like they're looking at his hand or wrist or something.
And he's helped to his feet, and he'll come off. He's going to run right off. He looks okay.
Yeah, it's his hand.
Good game down south where Herbert Hoover leads Nitro 6-0. First quarter score on the Metro News scoreboard. Elkins 21-3 over Lewis County, pair North Marion upcoming opponents. Metro News has our score backwards, where it has Philip Barber up 7-3.
Hey,
so
who'd you say? Was that Elkins and Lewis?
Yes.
What was the score?
21-3 Elkins over Lewis.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Elkins, good team this year.
They are. They play hard. But like I told Coach Hayes, I think the one thing about them is they're a one-dimensional team right now.
Okay.
They run the ball. And the one thing that our team is strong at is stopping the run. So
Ball to 47. Yeah, one of their lead runners, former Colt Logan Bean.
yeah, also they have a former
Morris throws a pick. That one's intercepted. And picking it up is Webster. He stays on his feet, and he'll bring it back to about the original line of scrimmage on that drive. And Morris just threw it right to him, Coach.
He did. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was a choice route that we ran there, but Webster was sitting right in the hole.
So that one intercepted, and that is the first interception of the season thrown by Cole Morris.
That's okay. It's how you respond, all right?
First and 10, Colts, ball at the 43-yard line going left to right. It's going to be a handoff, Jones, and he's stopped right away. Hunter Rogers all over him, and it's going to be no gain for Mason Jones.
Seems like for a defensive lineman, we've called Hunter Rogers' name a lot this year. I mean,
he was the captain tonight.
As well, he probably should be.
Rogers, 6 foot, 230-pound senior. I give 1 yard to Mason Jones on that one. He's got 11 on 4 carries. Here's a snap on 2nd and 9. Toss out. And this is number 1, Bennett. And he gets a nice carry. And he'll go from the 42 up to the, it's like about the 38. I thought he had a little more than that. So gain of 4 for Bennett.
You know, one thing that Philip Barber did that time that really puts North Marion's linebackers in a pinch is they influence pull. So they pulled the left side. They pulled that, I believe it was a left guard. They pulled him to the left, which kind of took Holden, I believe, kind of out of the play because his key is to read that.
Yeah.
And they influence pulled him. So that means that your fill is slow. You know, that was well designed.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 5. Ball is at the 38. Bennett goes out in motion and a false start. Looks like they're going to get the Colts on that one. And they will. So that'll make it 3rd down and 10. 4th penalty of the game on Philip Barber.
If there's one guy that has to know the snap count, it's definitely in the center.
Yes.
And when almost everybody moves except for him, you know that he accidentally messed that one up.
That'll make it 3rd and 10.
That poor guy's going to get it in the film room.
Another good game down south where Princeton leads Oak Hill 14-6.
Yeah.
Princeton, a good team. Oak Hill, the regular season finale for North Marion. That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Get to travel down to Beckley late.
Yeah, I've seen them on film, but I don't know much really about them. But
playoff team from a year ago.
Yeah. Are they quad A?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
So that one could have huge ramifications late in the year.
I mean, it's worth a lot of points anyway.
Now it is 3rd and 10, ball at the 43, right where this drive started. Trip wide receivers to the left, single wide right for Robbie Jones. He takes a snap. It's going to be a straight drop. Parson gets in there, but Jones steps out. Now Jones has a lot of room. He's at the 40. He crosses, gets the first down. He's at the 30, and that one's going to come back. We got a couple flags, and the Huskies are fortunate. Carter Parson, good to see him back in the game, just misses the sack, and when Jones broke out, he had all sorts of room.
He did. He had a ton of room, and if you're Philip Barber's coaches, you are absolutely livid right now. That block in the back meant nothing. You can't do that.
Yes, that block in the back, well downfield, as it occurred 19 yards from the line of scrimmage, just about.
The unfortunate thing is whoever it was, they defeated the block to start with, so that's okay. Let your athlete make him miss, and you go find somebody else to block. It's unfortunate for Philip Barber. I believe it should be a.
So 10-yard penalty from the spot. And they're going to say it took place at the 26-yard line, so I'll bring it back to the 36. So Robbie Jones is going to get credit with 7 yards on that run. Now it's 3rd down and 3, ball up at the 36. And Philip Barber's going to take a timeout. Timeout comes with 5:32 and a 3rd and 3 on the Husky side of the field. Philip Barber in possession.
It's a big possession right now for them. This is a big down right here. Obviously, it's probably 4-down territory anyway, but this is a big play. You get a first down here, kind of opens your playbook up a little bit. You're almost in the red zone. You're close to where you can score some points with the kicker that you have. So even if you do have a 4th down or whatever, so it's a big possession for them right here.
And 1 timeout left. That's the second one taken by Philip Barber. Huskies have all 3.
Yeah. Oh, Coach Hayes is not using timeouts early. He does a great job of managing. If there's one thing Coach Hayes does a great job of, it's managing the game. He will. I've been on the headset with him many a times, and it's kind of like, hey, what do you think? And it's like, Coach, this is your deal. So,
Ball at the 36 now, 3rd and 3. Pistol formation for Robbie Jones. Takes a snap. It's a give. Yeah. And Mason Jones is going to get the first down.
He did get it.
Gain of 5 for Mason Jones. He's up to 16 yards on 5 carries. Leads the Colts in rushing. And they'll be right back to the line quickly. Another pistol formation for Robbie Jones. He's got Mason in the backfield with him, and he's going to give a handoff. Bouncing to the outside, chasing him down is Bland, and he'll make the tackle.
The one thing Ryder Bland's done a good job of is making open field tackles, which is a really hard play in football. And they didn't have the numbers. I'm not sure really what they were doing there. They didn't have the numbers to get that, but to get outside. So good job.
Loss of 8 on the play. Mason Jones listed at 190 pounds. Ryder Bland listed at 170, and I think that's being generous.
Yeah.
So goes low, gets him on the foot, and now it'll be a 2nd down and 18. They got to get up to the 21. Snap will come from the 39. Robbie Jones looking to pass. Tries to dial one up from Poling. He's flushed from the pocket. Holden gives pressure and tackles him up high. Did not get inside the shoulder pad.
No, he didn't. He didn't. If anything, he grabbed him by his neck.
So not much complaining from the Philip Barber sideline. From the stand, sure.
Yeah.
But you can't blame a fan for whatever they.
Yeah, if you're there, Coach, he's gonna work him a little bit, but he didn't grab his inside the shoulder pad. So.
Right. Well, as you know, as a coach, you're not always arguing for the call because they're not going to change it. You're arguing for the next one.
You want the next one. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 14. The ball right at the 35. They got to get to the 21 to move the chains as our clock approaches 4. Is it stopped at 4:24? Snap. Jones passes it out. He's got Poling.
The
tunnel screen. He stays on his feet and gets positive yardage. Toby Michael with the initial hit. Poling with his 3rd reception of the game. This one's going to go for, it looks like, 5 yards.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And now a flag.
See, if this is on Philip Barber, this is what you can't do. You're hurting yourself.
Poling looks upset.
Yeah. I used to tell our guys, like, if you get a personal foul for, like, yelling at whether it's an official, another player, like, that's a selfish play. Don't do that. Like, you're hurting your team.
And it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Poling. That'll back them up 15, and you go from what would have been a 4th down and 8 to probably a punting situation now. And it looks like Thorne is going to head onto the field.
Yeah.
50 penalty yards on 6 penalties.
Yeah, and the other unfortunate thing for that young man is that's an unsportsmanlike. You can't get a second one. You can't. You get a second one, then you're out the next game. So
Is it the whole game or is it 4 quarters?
no, it's the entire game.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, once you get ejected, you're out 10% of your season. So that's one game.
Wow.
For football. Yeah.
Poindexter going to be back deep to receive this punt. The snap is going to come from the 44 for Thorne.
Yeah, they're following Cyrus. 40 is following Cyrus, so he went from one side to the other.
Here's a snap. Kick is up, and
geez,
that'll be another penalty on North Marion as Luke Walker gets him. And that one will be 15, and I assume it'll be 15.
Yeah, I would almost bet it's going to be 15. Now they've got some life.
And I believe it's an automatic first down as well.
Yeah, I believe. I may be wrong, but
they're just calling running into. Okay, so 5 yards against the Huskies. Coach, I don't know about that one. I guess maybe because Walker tried to hold him up, he hit him chest to chest. Tough call there, but you got to figure if you're Luke Walker, you're running in there. You got all 5'11", 210 of you, which might be generous the other way. Getting all your momentum there to slow down like that.
Yeah,
but it'll still be fourth down ball at the 39, and they'd have to get to the 21, so it's a 4th and 18. So Thorne is going to stay on the field, and can't imagine the Huskies rush him again.
No, I hope he goes punt safe.
Poindexter standing at his 6-yard line. It will be a punt safe, and it's a decent punt over to the left side.
Get out of the way.
And this one will roll out of bounds at the 7. So both teams with penalties that affect them there. To cost the Huskies probably about 15 yards of field position. It cost Philip Barber probably about the same. So
yeah.
3:20 second quarter, 7-3 North Marion lead. The Huskies scored on their opening drive of the game, but in the time since have gone turnover on downs and an interception.
Yeah, we need to get something going here. I know it was only one possession, but we need to get Uncle Mo on our side right now.
So it'll be 1st and 10 North Marion ball at the 7-yard line. Gavin Fitzwater in the game on offense, along with Carter Parsons. Cyrus Collins Johnson is out there as well. And then it is Brian Poindexter in the backfield. Morris has the snap. It's going to be a give to Poindexter. Tries to go up the middle. Nothing there. Maybe gets one.
Philip Barber's D-line's done a really good job. A really good job.
So it'll be a gain of 1 for Poindexter. He's got 27 yards on the game now, as the next snap will occur under 3 minutes to play before halftime. Yeah. Huskies did kick off to begin the game.
And if you think about our first possession, we started with a short field.
Yep.
So be good to put together a drive here, a little 4-minute offense.
Morris has it. He's going to keep. He's around the right side. Cole Morris has some room. Steps through a tackle, gets the first down, and maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Webster. And Morris is going to pick up a first down, goes from the 9 up to the 23, gain of 14.
You think they've saw film about trying to take Cole up high?
Yeah, they might have.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 23 after his 79-yard touchdown run against Preston last week. That'll be a pitch out. Poindexter looking to get to the edge. The Colts turning back in, and good pursuit by Philip Barber. Mason Jones is in on the play along with Cam Bennett. And Poindexter, maybe no gain there. And, Brian's a speed guy, Coach,
yep.
But with Philip Barber, they've got the speed on the back end too, and Brian hasn't been able to exploit that like we've seen in the past.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Philip Barber has done an excellent job of stretching the plays, but they have the athletes to do that.
Ball to 24-yard line now, 2nd and 9. Snap to Morris. He's going to roll. Has some time. Pressure coming from the backside. He throws it. It's caught. Gavin Fitzwater has it, and he's going to move the chains. They go from the 24 up to the 37-yard line, so it's a gain of 13.
I'm so glad to see him get a catch. Fitz is a good kid, been a program kid.
So it's up to the 37 now, 1st and 10, 1:40 on the clock. Now Morris looking to pass again. Throws an out route. It's caught by Johnson. Steps through a tackle. And good tackle by Bennett. He went to punch it out there too. Little peanut punch there.
I'll tell you what, watching him in person, I'm very impressed with number 1.
So that'll go down for a gain of 9 to Johnson. 2 catches, 13 yards for him. Huskies with a little tempo. And here's Morris. It's going to be a give. Poindexter. Brian has the first, or sorry, that's Egel. We're going to get a holding call here on Walker. So they'll wipe out Egel's run. It was a nice run by Blake. Only saw the 3 on the right side of his uniform.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that's on, if it's going to be on Walker or Parson, but both of them were there.
So with 1:16 on the clock, that'll wipe out a first down and bring up, see where they mark it off.
There's going to be a timeout right now to get 56 off the field. He's not feeling the best for Philip Barber.
So 10 yards walked off against North Marion. They'll spot the ball at the 38-yard line, and we'll get a timeout called by the Huskies. Coach Hayes takes it with 1:16 to go in the second quarter. His team moving the ball a little bit. They got a 2nd and 9 upcoming, and they lead 7-3.
Yeah, I think this is where you got to get the ball to either Brian or Blake Johnson in space, or Carter Parson. He's another one. Those guys have big playability out there. The unfortunate thing right now is Cyrus. It'd be nice to get him the ball in space, but he's having a little finger issue he's trying to battle through. So his ability to catch the ball sometimes isn't his best right now. So we'll see what they dial up.
Ball at the 38-yard line.
I guess while we're at a timeout, I think we'll give a happy birthday, 45th birthday, by the way, to J.C. Van Gilder, Colby Van Gilder's dad. So, hopefully he's out there listening, and happy birthday, J.C.
Happy birthday, J.C. So Morris has Poindexter in the backfield. Looks like that's either Collins or Michael. I can't quite tell in the H-back position. Morris has the snap. Blitz comes. Gives it to Poindexter. He steps through a tackle and gets positive yardage. Nice block there by Miller.
It was. It was a great finish by Miller, but it looked like we missed the block up front.
Ball's at the 40 now for this 3rd down and 7. Under a minute to play before halftime. Snap Morris. Straight drop. He has plenty of time this time. Looking to set up a screen, and just a little bit high for Poindexter, and probably wouldn't have been much if Brian comes down with that either.
No, they sat on it.
I don't know how many screens I've ever seen thrown by North Marion.
I'll tell you what.
You and I have talked about it the first 2 games.
Now, I'll tell you when we would throw like wide receiver screens to like Brett Mays and those guys, but yeah, we've never really screened a lot.
North Marion leaving the offense on the field. I think we're going to get a motion clap here, coach.
Yeah, 100%.
Philip Barber knew it was coming, and Coach Hayes will take a timeout. I don't think we're giving anything away, Coach.
No. Hey, you know what? We knew it was coming. Philip Barber's coaches know it's coming. Here's the problem. 14 to 18-year-old boys out there.
Yes, okay.
They have to know it's coming. We always say, like in coaching is, like there's a lot of things that we think we can do, and it's like, it should be pretty easy for us to do, but it's not what and what you can do. It's what you can execute. Yep. It's the same thing like on the defensive side. Like, you can preach to these kids, hey, they do this on 3rd down, and and you can prep it in practice, but like one thing about football, even basketball, when you're out there, like the coaching, like you're on the sideline, you can't do anything.
Right.
So it's up to them to fall back to their training. So
Carter Parson back to punt. I assume Coach Hayes has a punt fake run with Parson scripted. I doubt they run it here.
Yeah, he probably does. I don't see anything different out of the alignments. I don't like that kick.
High punt for Parson. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 30. Takes a good positive Husky roll.
It did. It hit off his shin. His toe was up instead of being flat, and it came and hit off his shin. So All right, we got to get a stop. I can tell you right now, without even knowing, I bet you they throw it up.
Yeah, they're going to look to go to polling, and we'll see what Coach Starsick does in terms of, trying to cover that.
I'd make sure that there's help over the top.
We got TJ down on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's down there with Coach Hayes. Here it is. They got him singled up. They got the look they want.
1st and 10 from the 31. Snap. Jones looking to pass. Pressure comes. We're going to get a holding call, but we're also Holden almost had him, and then a high tackle there by Rogers, but we're going to get a hold to bring this one back, I believe.
Yeah.
The North Marion defensive line coming up really big tonight, Coach.
It is. I mean, again, there's a couple things. You got to be great in the secondary and get coverage sacks that way, or you got to create chaos and get the quarterback's eyes off of who he wants to throw it to. And that North Marion's done a great job of actually doing both really tonight.
Personal foul against the Huskies.
What? Wonder what?
Face mask.
Face mask. Okay.
So that'll walk off 15, and a big 15 at that, Coach.
Yeah, it's huge. Again, 30-some seconds to go. You're really, you've got plenty of time to at least walk away with, a field goal if you.
One timeout, and this will move the ball up to the 45-yard line. Tall receivers for Philip Barber going to be a threat on every play.
They are.
Snap to Jones. Looks for a swing pass. He's got it to Mason Jones. That looked backwards to me. I'm going to give him a run on that one. Gain of 4 on the, again, scoring that one as a run. What do you think, Coach?
Probably. I mean, it really was. It probably was backwards.
Okay. Well, as the official statistician of the team, I got to.
You do whatever.
I'm giving him a run on that one.
It's your call.
You can see the full stats of the game in the Exponent Telegram tomorrow, along with my story from this.
North Marion's got right now, I think, is Philip Barber's out of timeouts now, right?
Yeah, that was their last timeout. We got 23.2 on the clock. That run picked up 4 yards. So that play took 14 off the clock.
Yeah, the thing is now now you got to funnel everything in. You don't want them to get to the sideline. So you've got to make sure that you funnel everything inside and make sure you get them down. You got to tackle. And Philip Barber's not a team that really goes too much tempo. So, it's not something that they major in. So them hurrying up to the line, I don't know how much they practice it, but
they got a lot of height out there. 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", between Bennett, Webster, and Poling.
I bet it goes to the top of the screen.
Ball's at the 49-yard line now. 2nd down and 6 for Robbie Jones, who takes a snap. Huskies don't bring much pressure. It comes late. Throws one across the middle. And it is caught. Poling is in the end zone for a touchdown. Goes for 55 yards. Barely took that one away from the defender and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, we were late getting across. I thought actually that we were going to be able to deflect that ball. And
strong hands by Poling.
I was going to say Poling did a great job of taking the ball. He took the ball from it.
Touchdown comes with 14 seconds on the clock. Thorne for the extra point. It is up, and it's good. And that'll make it 10-3, Philip Barber.
On that extra point right there, one thing I want to point out is that was great effort by Blake Johnson. After a team scores like that, you look at special teams and see who's still going to go hard. You know what I mean? Because that's like, a deflator. And Blake Johnson, he was close to getting that thing blocked. So, I love seeing that out of a kid. Like, just that's true competitiveness.
So 14.6. We'll see if they kick the Poindexter again.
No.
Huskies a little confused which way they were going there. The kick return team went to the wrong side.
I was going to say it happens. It happens.
So it'll be Thorne to kick off. Huskies do have a timeout left, but they're going to get the ball on the other end at halftime. So I doubt they get too adventurous here with the short clock.
No.
but a lot of that might be dictated on the kickoff return. Here's the kick, and it's a short one. And it's going to be fielded at the 45 there by Fitzwater. And
I'll tell you what.
now's an opportunity. No time off the clock.
Yeah.
Now maybe you do something.
Yeah, you go. I think you go get it.
So they keep it out of Poindexter Collins' hands, but
good job by Fitzwater. Really.
Yeah, catch it and go right down.
Yeah, really good job. Heads up play.
And there wasn't a lot of smoke on that ball. It wasn't coming too hard. But when you're on the front line to be able to react and get it, that's a nice play by Fitzwater. He's made a couple tonight.
Yeah, honestly, you're not used to it. You're used to being up there to block.
First and 10 from the 44, 14.6 to go before halftime. 1 timeout, Huskies. Morris has the snap. Swings it out, Poindexter. Brian's got some space. He's across the 50. Steps inside. It'll be a timeout, Huskies.
Timeout, yeah. Coach is calling one.
So Poindexter looks like he's going to pick up about 10. Snap was from the 44. They get it to the 46. So it will be 10 yards and a first down. So now you got one shot at the end zone.
Yeah, you do. I'm not sure if you go Hail Mary or if you honestly something good. So they're a too high structure. So that means the middle of the field is going to be open. Okay. So I think if Coach Taylor would go empty, and whether it's Cyrus or whoever down Poindexter, somebody down the middle of the field, you just see which safety is cheating one way or the other. And, maybe you run some kind of smash concept on the outside. So you got hitches with corner routes and you're really just going 3 deep and you're picking on those 2 safeties. I think that's a good concept to run. Ball
to 46 now. And it doesn't look like they're in the.
No.
Yeah, they are in the 2 high as you see Bennett go back.
They are. They've been.
It's like cover 4 here.
Yep.
Ball's at the 46.
They're going to let you get what you want.
Philip Barber shows blitz from the left side. Now they'll back out of it. Morris has some time. He's going to step up, throws it down the right side, and this one's intercepted.
Yeah.
Coming away with it. That's another pick for Webster.
Which is okay. I mean, you're fine with that. You took a shot. That's what you want.
So that'll bring us to halftime with Philip Barber leading 10-7. We'll step away here for a little bit at halftime and be back with second half action after this. Back here, Roy Michael Field, second half, just about to get ready. Here, about 20 seconds away, North Marion trailing Philip Barber 10-7 after the Colts get a late second quarter touchdown on a 55-yard pass from Robbie Jones to Malachi Poling. And, Coach, for the Huskies, the offense having a little bit of trouble getting going. They took advantage of a short field on the opening drive, but throughout the first half, they've run 29 plays for 120 yards, 19 rushes for 59, 6 of 10 passing with 2 interceptions and 61 yards. What does the offense have to do to get going here?
Well, you got to establish the run game, and you have to win the line of scrimmage. And I think that's where it starts. Obviously, Philip Barber has the athletes to run sideline to sideline with you. So you've got to make sure that you assert yourself up front and be able to get that north-south inside zone run game going.
I think what you say about the athletes, that's something maybe North hasn't seen the first 2 weeks. And
Right.
that's not a knock on Preston or East Fairmont, but
No.
we've talked about it all night with how special that back-end talent is between Poling, Webster, and Bennett for Philip Barber, and Jones on the outside, too. He's been playing really well.
Right.
So I think that's been the difference. The North Marion defense, pretty good so far, save for the long touchdown pass. Malachi Poling has caught 4 passes for 126 yards. The rest of the Philip Barber Colts have 15 yards of offense.
Yeah, I mean, I said it coming in. This kid's a player. He's a good athlete. He goes up and gets balls. He showed that earlier. He's made 2 nice catches where he jumped over top our defender and grabbed the ball, and then he split our defenders on that post route, and he showed his speed. So the guy's a really good player.
And I think the adjustment for North Marion, maybe bring Van Gilder over the top a little bit to kind of shade that and do something, because he is winning the jump balls, and that's kind of been the difference so far. That touchdown pass was nearly knocked away. It was right there.
Yeah, it's almost one of those things that, I'm not saying that one corner of ours is better than the other, but, maybe you give Blake a shot against that kid, Blake Johnson, and let him try to follow with him and just see, like, Blake may be your best cover corner. Well, let's see what you got. You know, here's your chance. The other option is to give help over the top, maybe put a safety over there to you can press cover and put a safety over the top to help and just kind of mess with your coverage on the back end that way. Whatever it is, whatever Coach Hayes comes up with in that second half, as long as they execute it, I'm pretty confident in what they do.
Both teams have shown great flashes on defense. We had a pair of interceptions by Webster there and Philip Barber, one thrown kind of right to him where I think it must have been a misread or miscommunication between Morris and the receiver. The other one on the Hail Mary toward the end still goes down in the stat sheet. He's happy about it, and he should be. Made both plays, but he's been a threat for Philip Barber on defense, made some big splash plays. For North Marion, pair of sacks in the backfield. You had one for Walker, one from Toby Michael. Both came at big moments. And so North Marion making some good plays there. Again, holding Philip Barber to, 19 carries for 15 yards, less than a yard per carry.
Yeah.
Now, granted, again, in high school, the quarterback sacks go against the rushing total. So that's 19 yards right there on 2 sacks.
Right.
So, and then you had the big tackle on the edge by Bland, on the run by Jones there in the second quarter. So some big splash plays either way. I think for both teams, both coaches going to want to clean up the penalties.
Yeah.
That's a big one. 5 penalties for North Marion for 45 yards, and then 6 penalties for 50 yards for Philip Barber, and several of them coming at big moments. North Marion there on the final Philip Barber drive of the half gave him a free 15, led to that touchdown. And then Philip Barber's penalties, while they haven't resulted directly in points, have kept some drives going and ended drives in particular.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, penalties can be drive killers, and that's not what you want as a head coach. I guarantee you, Coach Mayo and Coach Hayes, they probably addressed that at halftime. But the games, typically the team that wins up front, whether it's pass protection, run blocking, whatever it may be. You win it inside the box. And right now Philip Barber's done a good job D-line wise. So hasn't North Marion. North Marion's done a good job D-line wise. So now you got to kind of focus on that back end for North Marion. You got to make sure that you're solid on the back end. And again, you just go out and execute what you're taught to do every day. So
Sean McNamara, Coach Steve Harbert here in the booth. Video on Huddle. Want to thank all of you for joining us. Once again, pay-per-views go right back to the athletic department for that. And those of you listening on our free YouTube stream and monitoring, we've had good listenership tonight. So happy with that. So thank you to everyone for joining us in here tonight as both teams look to advance to 3-0 on the season. And curious what adjustments both coaches made at the halftime locker room. For North Marion, we'll see what they have the opportunity to do here on the kickoff, and Thorne will boot it deep, and it's going to be fielded there. That will be Collins. He takes it at the 7. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Cyrus with some room and a good return out across the 30.
Yeah, it was a good run.
So after scoring on their opening possession, North Marion has been kept off the scoreboard. Their drive chart looks like turnover on downs, interception, punt, and then a halftime interception. And now they will begin with the second possession right now, 1st and 10 from the 30 to begin this. We got Johnson and Bland out at wide receivers. Toby Michael in at an H-back. Carter Parson in the slot. Brian Poindexter in the backfield alongside Cole Morris. Rogers has his hands on the ball and ready to snap. Quick motion from Michael. Snap Morris. It's going to be a give. Brian Poindexter. A little off the right side and not much there. Philip Barber once again closes it down. Maybe a 1-yard gain for Poindexter, nothing more.
Yeah, again, it looks like they're running some type of stretch or inside zone or outside zone. I apologize. Maybe to try to get that D-line to move lateral early on, but, we need to win the line of scrimmage here.
So Philip Barber with 4 down linemen. They've got a nickel kind of walked up over the wing, 2 linebackers. So 7 in the box, and now a shovel pass, Toby Michael. And his defender, or his offensive lineman, Miller, fell down. And so Michael, nothing there. So no gain on the reception by Michael. I believe that's his first reception as a Husky, Coach.
Yeah. Coach Hayes is upset about something. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, it's odd to me that Miller just ends up on the ground.
Yeah. I don't know if he was cut. Maybe that's what he's upset about.
So 3rd down and 9. Michael, blitz comes. He's going to step out of it. He stays on his feet. To Cole Morris, pardon me, and a big run for Morris as he's going to get a 1st down. He made something out of nothing there, Coach.
He did. Pressure came off of his front side, so he was able to see it, and he did a great job escaping.
So a 1st down there for Morris and a big one on 3rd and 9. And he got hit right at the line and stepped off of it. So 33 yards. Cole Morris, the leading rusher for the Huskies. He's got trip wide receivers to the left. Give Poindexter. He's hit at the line but falls forward for 3 yards. The initial contact there looks like by Aiden Phillips, number 56. Now Cole Morris going to check out of the game for the first time as Toby Michael will come in at quarterback. 2nd and 8, ball at the 44. Snap to Michael. He's going to keep it. He's got a seam and a 1st down. Good run by Toby Michael. And a great read on that option, Coach.
Yeah, it's quarterback counter, so it's a misdirection play. He's actually allowed to give that on that flat path from that running back. If that defensive end crashes, he can give it to him because you got the numbers. But if that DN takes the running back, then you pull it and take off with it. So good read. 1st
and 10 from the 45. If I can read body language, I think Coach Hayes thinks someone's lining up offside.
Yeah, he's upset, and he's visibly upset.
Michael going to get hit at the line, and he'll be dropped after a gain of maybe 1.
And I've coached with Coach, for all but I think 1 year, other than this year, so that'd be 2 years. Typically he gets worked up over things that like are easy to see.
Yeah.
Other things like he's like, what'd you think? But I mean, when he's visibly upset, like it's obvious.
2nd and 9, ball at the 44. Cole Morris back in the game, and he'll line up in a pistol formation.
We're
Parson in motion.
That tackle of ours is deep.
Here's a pitch out. Brian Poindexter steps inside and gets a short carry. Brian has not found many holes tonight.
No, he hasn't. And, Luke Walker looked to be deep, almost to the point that, he was almost lined up in the backfield. I don't know if he's trying to get an angle, but, he allowed that D tackle to get inside of him. So
Blake Eggs will check in for Poindexter for this 3rd and 8. Ball up to the 43 now. Trip wide receivers to the left, single wide right. Snap, Morris, he's looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. Throws it over the middle high, incomplete. He had Collins sat down in the zone, but just overcooked it a little bit high. That'll fall incomplete, bring on the punt team.
Yeah, he did. That's unfortunate because he did have time. That great job on the pass protection by the guys up front that time.
Philip Barber's brought a lot of pressure on those passing situations tonight. That time looked like they kind of sat back, and Collins still got open there.
Yeah, he was. He sat right in the middle of the zone because Philip Barber typically they're bringing edge pressure almost every play.
So Carter Parson on as the punter. Takes a snap.
That's better.
Gets off a great punt.
Yeah, that was better.
This one will bounce. Huskies trying to chase it down. It goes into the end zone.
That's a good effort by Poindexter and Ryder Bland to get down there.
So it'll be Philip Barber ball. Another Husky possession comes away without points.
Sean, some things that I've been seeing professional football and college, speaking of punt game, is allowing their guys to get downfield a little bit more. If a team's not really coming after punts, is just kind of sitting there and holding it for a second or two. That way, in a situation like that, you can corral a ball like that. So.
I think a lot of times in the past, you've seen that with kind of the rugby style punt, where it allowed for exactly that to happen, and now you're getting that same action without the rugby motion.
Yep.
And now here is Bennett to the outside. Johnson's got him.
I'll tell you what, that was a great play by Blake Johnson because Carter gave up the edge. He had the angle, and then he ducked inside trying to make a play, and good job by Blake Johnson by setting the edge as a secondary force.
Bennett will pick up 3. That was his 4th carry of the game. He's got 7 yards. Now some subs as Mason Jones will check out. Sean Dent, number 23 in the game.
Sean, this is exactly what Coach did. He went ahead and said, Blake, you're going to get singled up with him. We're going to let you take him.
So you can see Robbie Jones look right out there. He sees it. Now he sends a man in motion. It's Webster. Going to be a handoff up the middle and bouncing it out to the outside. That is 22 Carpenter, and he's looks like he's got a first down.
Yeah, he does. He's got a first down. It's a good hard run. He's a solid kid.
Yeah.
He's a basketball player too, and he's a big kid. He's hard to handle.
9 yards on that carry. Yeah, Carpenter coming in at 5'11", 200. He's a junior.
Yeah.
Landon Carpenter. Ball to 32 now, 1st and 10. Webster in motion, and it's going to be a handoff. Bennett, and he's going to be hit by Toby Michael. Falls forward, and it's a good thing Michael made contact when he did, because I think Bennett had a little bit of a seam if he gets past that opening wave.
He does. If Toby isn't at home, he may house call that one. But again, you're running that play right at probably one of our best football players. So
ball up to the 36 now. We've got 6:28 on a rolling third quarter clock. Colts lead 10-7 over the Huskies, and they've got possession on a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's a pass for Jones.
Now
the pressure comes. It's going to be a sack. Toby Michael got him again.
All right, 2 things that I saw. First of all, Blake Johnson stayed on top of the route, and second of all, Colby Van Gilder was underneath of it. So, a good job. Heads up. They're singling you up. You got some help. I loved how Blake Johnson played that.
Looked like a one-man route.
Yeah, it was. Again, a lot of, Philip Barber is very wing T based, and a lot of wing T teams, they're like single side reads, and so it's 1 and 2 receiver routes.
So you see Poling comes over to change his assignment. Huskies realize it, and then Johnson switches. So Poling recognized the change in assignment, and the Huskies stay with it. Now it's going to be a rollout. Miller giving chase. Parson hits him. He gets hit by Hunter Rogers, too. That'll be a sack. They'll split it, and that'll bring it down for a loss of 8 yards.
I love it. I'm so excited that Coach Hayes decided to go with Blake Johnson on Malachi Poling. I think this is going to be a great matchup in the second half here.
So consecutive sacks by North Marion. Toby Michael gets one, and then a split between Carter Parson and Hunter Rogers, who's having a great game on defense.
But he's had a great year on defense.
Yes, he has. Opinion. So that ball goes back to the 26-yard line where the punt will come from. See if the Huskies go after. You got to be smart going after this punt. They'll bring some pressure, and it's a very short punt.
Get out of the way.
Huskies need to get away from it, and they will. And this drive will start on the Philip Barber side of the field. Ball at the 41.
Yeah.
So as North Marion looks to get momentum back, I think that was a big drive right there. We talked about the splash plays at halftime, and North Marions have come pressuring Jones at quarterback and getting sacks. They pick up 2 right there.
Yeah, they did. And again, I thought they did a good job of pressuring him in the first half, but when you're singled up, I've seen it on film, he just throws it up to the kid. Well, now, Blake was on top of the route. He just couldn't just throw it up.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Huskies drive starts at the 42. Morris is in at quarterback. Got 2 running backs with him, 3 wide. He's going to send Poindexter in motion. He gives a handoff Collins, and Cyrus falls forward. He's going to pick up 3.
Yeah, I look for them to hopefully come back to that and throw that to Brian.
Collins on the year has 13 carries, 123 yards coming into tonight, and gets 3 there on his second carry of the game. Second and 7 now. Ball at the 39-yard line. Toby Michael just checked in. Morris taking his time. Now he's going to send Poindexter in motion once again. Gives a handoff Toby Michael. And Toby rumbles forward. He's going to pick up about 4.
Yeah, Toby's more of a downhill, I would call him like a modern day fullback.
Okay.
He's a
little leaner than a fullback.
Yeah, he's a bruiser though. Like he knows how to run behind his pads. I love how he runs. He's going to get the tough yards.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Ball up to 35. Morris has the snap, gives it to Poindexter. Brian takes it up. He's going to be close to the 1st down. I don't know he got it. I think he might have. It'll be 4 down territory regardless.
One official's pointing, the other one's short.
That'll be a 1st down.
Yep.
3 yards for Poindexter. Drive stays alive. 11th 1st down of the game for North Marion. Brings it up to the 32. As Fitzwater comes in, Johnson checks out.
Yeah, it's a good down to get Blake out, get him a break, because now he's pulling a tough task on defense. So
it'll be Poindexter, Morris in the backfield. Wing back is Michael. Fitzwater, Collins, Bland are the wide receivers. Morris has the snap. He's looking to pass. Double move from Bland. Throws it deep. Incomplete. Good coverage. And on the coverage was Webster.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that was Poling. And a double move by Johnson did not work, and he was all over it. So credit to him for that play. Great coverage.
Yeah, it was.
Little out and up from Bland, and good on the North Marion line, giving Morris plenty of time for that throw.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. They ran some reach protection, so they're moving their O-line so that you can Cole can get out of the pocket and make his reads. But I'm telling you, 3's a college. He's a college player. So
good player for sure.
He really is.
Sub for North Marion, Cole Morris out, Toby Michael in. He was already in. Now he switches to quarterback. And Carter Parson checks in the game. 2 running backs alongside Toby Michael. Play clock at 10. Poindexter in motion. High snap. This one's on the ground. Michael gets it back. He's going to run. Needs to turn it upfield. He's going to go down for a huge loss. Loses about 18 on the play.
That's unfortunate.
So that'll bring it all the way back to midfield for 3rd and a mile.
But that's okay. I mean, it's... you got to respond. You can't be down.
So they got to get up to the 22 to move the chains. So 3rd and 28. Ball right at the midfield stripe.
Let's see how Philip Barber plays this. Are they gonna They're going to give a lot of space. They are.
It's going to be empty for Morris. Snap, straight drop, looking to throw. Now he'll roll out. He's got some room. Still looking to turn his shoulders. Uncorks the pass. Intercepted. Bennett's got it. And he's going to look to return it. Collins hits him. Parsons hits him. And he's brought down after about an 8-yard return and another interception.
That's okay. That's all right. Listen, you think about it. Let's say we didn't get that. You could punt it, right?
Yeah.
So really, if you punt the ball, they get the ball between the 25 and the 35. So it's not awful. It's not awful.
1:55 to play here in the third quarter. Colts with a 3-point lead, 10-7.
They're missing an O lineman. You are on offense. There we go.
So 62 coming in late. There's 8 on the play clock. He's going to need to hurry. His tackle tells him to play. 1st and 10 from the 37. Now it's going to be a swing pass out. Poling has it, bobbled it, picked it up. And now he'll pick up about 7 yards on the play. So he gets exactly 7. He's got 133 on 5 catches tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we were playing off coverage. And they just took that wide receiver screen.
2nd and 3 now. Ball is up to the 44. 1:23 to play in the third. Bennett in motion. He's going to come for the next point, but Jones keeps it himself, and he's going to get a first down before Michael brings him down well down the field. They go from the 44 down to the 48 on the other end, so it's 14 yards on the run for Jones.
It was a good read by their Q.
Yeah.
He read the open spot. We are obviously playing to play the edge, and he pulled it and ran almost like one back power with it.
1st and 10 from the 42 now. 1:10 on the clock. Colts moving the ball. Jones keeps little forward momentum, not much before Holden and Edge will get him. It's going to be a gain of 2 for Robbie Jones. 12th carry of the game for Jones. He's got 4 yards on the ground, but he's completed 5 of 7 passes for 133.
It's pretty efficient.
Having a guy like Poling, who's the only one to catch a pass tonight, helps.
Well, yeah. A safety valve.
2nd and 8, ball at the 40. 35 on the game clock, 20 on the play clock. Twin wide receivers left. Handoff. No. Play action. Roll out.
Oh,
ball
you
is
gotta be
incomplete.
kidding me.
Yeah, the officials called it correctly. Poling made a dive. The ball bounced off the hand of Bennett. No way are they no, okay. No. They do call it incomplete. It was a great effort by Poling, but he definitely trapped it under his body.
Yeah, he did, and he did a great job selling it.
An official with a bad angle could have easily called that a completion.
Yeah, well, if you see where the official is at the top of the screen there, he actually is marking the spot just in case, because he came in calling it dead.
It was a penalty anyway.
Okay.
Ineligible man downfield. But yes, you're right. You could see him standing at the 24.
Like he's spotting it, and the other official called it incomplete. He called a catch. He obviously didn't have an angle to call that.
That's something, from a coaching standpoint for you, they're walking off a lot of yards there.
Was it a holding?
He tapped the top of his head.
No, ineligible player down.
Yeah, but they marked off.
Huh.
They marked off 10 yards. Okay. Yeah. All right, 2nd down and a bunch.
Here goes that muddle huddle crap.
Swinging gate type of formation here. Bennett in motion. Jones is going to keep it. He's got some room and a good move. Not going to pick up many yards, so a lot of window dressing on that one, Coach.
It is, and again, honestly, I think that is what this quarterback does really well, as far as like making those reads when it comes to like a read option type play. He does a really good job with that.
Picks up 3, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Neither team cracks the scoreboard, and we'll head into the fourth with a 10-7 Philip Barber lead. Coach, something I wanted to ask you from a coaching perspective on that last play, the official, or a couple plays ago, that official called it complete and marked the spot. and then the other officials came in and overruled him. As a fan and an observer, when I see that, these officials work together. They've got a camaraderie. If you're going to go overrule the guy you're working with, you must be pretty confident.
Yeah, you have to be confident. And, you really want them to have like a conference. And some people are like, well, they're not even talking to him. Well, a lot of these officials now, all of them wear earpieces. So these guys are able to talk to each other the whole time and be like, hey, what did you see? What did you see? So you'll see the umpire and the white hat come together and talk. But outside of that, like, they're kind of communicating with earpieces all the time. But, there's no replay in high school. So that's
not until you get to the championship game.
That's right. That's right.
Which it's helped the Huskies out quite a bit there.
It did one time.
Yeah, so just as an observer, what I was getting at, too, is if I see the officials do that on a bang-bang play, that's the most confidence I'm ever going to have that the official got it right.
That's right. Yeah.
Because they don't want to overrule each other.
No. They don't want to come. It's called fishing in your pond, right? There's areas of the field that you're watching, and you're not supposed to fish in their pond. So, 100%. I agree.
Third down and a bunch. Call it 15. The ball is back at the 47. Here's Jones. Pressure comes late. Throws it. And it is incomplete. That was right up threw that into a crowd.
Yeah, he did.
So that will bring up fourth down. We'll see if they bring Thorne on. They will. Coach, I got to be honest. You've run into the punter twice, but I think if there's a time to go after it, now's the time.
Yeah, they've schemed their whole. Watch 40. He, at least in other plays, he's found out where Cyrus. There he is. See that? He found Cyrus, and he's over there with him.
Holden right up the middle has been there. Toby got an effort on it. Now Brian's going to let it bounce. Huskies need to get away. They will. It takes a very favorable Philip Barber bounce late, and the Huskies will be back on offense.
And this is what's going to help North Marion in the pump block game. Is now there's so much emphasis on number 6 and where he's coming from that other guys are able to kind of break free to get that pump block. So
Huskies could really use a splash play on offense. They've only had 4 plays of double-digit yardage on the ground, and they've done it 4 times through the air. And of those, you look at them, of the double-digit plays, Poindexter had a 10-yard run, runs a 14 and 10 from Morris, an 11-yard run from Michael. That's it. Yeah. So they've all been just around that 10 mark, and then the double-digit receptions, 12, 10, 13, 13. So not a lot of explosives for North Marion. 1st and 10 from the 11. Morrison at quarterback. He's going to give to Poindexter, and once again, nothing there. This run up the middle, Brian never went down, but they blew the play dead. But the run up the middle just has not been there. No, and it's a read. I acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's it's inside zone, so there's not really a specific hole he's going to hit, but you just got to stick the course. Like you're not going to, you're just play within the scheme right now, and good things will happen.
1 yard on the gain. So 2nd and 9 from the 12. 3 wide for the Huskies. Wing back to the right. Morris keeps. He's hitting the backfield. Stood up, driven back, and he'll be taken down. Morris loses 3.
Yeah, there was really nowhere for Cole to go on that play.
Helmet comes off of Philip Barber's Malachi Cross, so he'll have to go to the sideline. He's a great player. This big loss there.
Yeah, it is.
3rd and long. Ball's back at the 8-yard line. They got to get to the 22, so 3rd and about 14. And it'll be 4 wide for Cole Morris.
Yeah, here's their Philip Barber's nickel package.
Passing situation for Morris. He's thrown 3 interceptions tonight. Has a couple nice completions, though. Blitz comes off the side. Huskies pick it up. Morris throws it. A little early contact as he was looking for Bland. And that'll fall incomplete. Punt team on. So big field position battle here for North Marion.
Yeah, you almost want to kick it away from this guy, but
so Parsons standing pretty deep in his own end zone to punt and Bennett back to receive. Snap, Parson. Gets a pretty good kick away. His best punt of the night. Bennett's going to field it at the 45. A near block in the back, but not a lot of contact. Bennett's holding the ball out there very loosely, and he's going to get taken down. Josh Holden with a nice tackle.
Good job.
They're going to give a favorable spot to Bennett. Forward progress, not favorable.
Yeah.
But he'll take it up, and it'll be possession at about the 37 for Philip Barber. 3-point lead. 10-17 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Looks like Tristan Music has replaced Ryder on this play.
Yeah, Ryder took a little bit of a shot on that last pass on third down.
Okay.
So ball up to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff. That's Mason Jones. He's hit and taken down.
Gavin Floyd.
Yes, Floyd right in there, and it'll go down as about a no gain. It looks like Jones' helmet comes off, so he's got to go to the sideline. Jones with 12 yards rushing.
You know, Toby and Hunter Rogers has really played, what I would consider, pretty well watching it live.
They've combined for 2.5 sacks tonight. Ball stays at the 38. Game clock under 10 minutes now at 9:30. Snap to Jones. He's looking to pass. He's going to dial one up. Johnson in coverage. Great coverage by Johnson. They were looking for Poling. And, some sportsmanship there from Poling.
Hey,
I thought so. Did you think so?
100%. You know what? It's called respect.
Yes.
It's
Gave Johnson
respect.
A good tap on the head.
Those are two good players going at each other right now. I would say that Blake has respect for him, and that
he
was
might
just
rather.
That was just a show of respect. It's like, hey, you knocked one away from me.
Yep,
All right,
good play.
You got me.
Brings up a 3rd and 10 now. Ball still at the 38. Jones got it. Spins. Gives it to Bennett. He's going to the outside. Van Gilder turns him back, and Bennett's not going to get the first down. And they're going to say that little push at the end was late. Wasn't much on there. And that'll be a first down, I believe. So it was a gain of 8 on the rush for Bennett.
You said it earlier about it's not when you work an official, you're not trying to get that play.
Yeah.
You want to get another one. There it is.
So personal foul against North Marion. And that penalty comes at a big time. Bring the ball down to the 15 after that 15-yard penalty. So 1st and 10, Philip Barber from the 15. They lead 10-7, 9:19 to play in this one. It would have set up a 4th down and about 3 without the penalty. Carpenter in the backfield alongside Jones and a pistol. Takes a snap. He's going to keep. He rolls out. He's under pressure from Michael. Toby got him again. Another sack from Michael. I do believe he was looking to pass, so we'll give Toby a sack.
Oh, yeah.
It's a loss of 5.
Yeah, they ran a 2-man concept with their best 2 guys, well, 2 of their best guys. And Toby did a good job. Again, they've tried to run counter to Toby's side. They've booted to Toby's side. He's always staying at home.
So 2nd and 15 now, ball back at the 20. Jones in the shotgun, takes this one, swings it out. Poling's got it, catches it at the 21, makes a move, a jump cut, and he's taken down by Collins.
Honestly, that was well played by the North Marion's DBs. When you throw that wide receiver screen, you kind of want to keep a vice, like we would work a vice drill with our secondary on trying to squeeze those 2 guys down to where that receiver can't go anywhere. So it was well executed there.
So that'll bring up, that was a gain of 7. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 now. Ball up to the 13. Both Joneses in the backfield. Robbie's got it. He's looking to throw. Pressure comes late. He gets out of it, and he's going to be taken down. We'll check the spot if that's another sack, but Carter Parson knocks him out. And that will be. So Parsons going to get a sack on that one, as it's a loss of about 2. Yep, it's a loss of 2. So that was the 15th rushing attempt in the scorebook for Robbie Jones. 0 yards on those 15 attempts. And now Thorne out for a field goal attempt. Huskies subbing. They need to get off the field, and they will. All right, so the ball is spotted at the 22. Kick from Thorne is up, and he knocked it in. So that'll be a 32-yard field goal for Thorne. Comes a 7:52 on the clock.
I mean, you're still sitting at a 1-score game.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, defensively, that's a win.
Yeah, I think so too. And North Marion not really a threat to kick field goals,
right?
From what we've seen so far.
No,
and so I kind of at that point, the decision from Philip Barber to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because North Marion hasn't attempted one yet. They don't know what they have in that regard. I'm not sure.
Right. But I mean, defensively, like I know me, when I was coaching the defense, I'd be hyped about that. Like, we again, bend don't break. We let them down in there.
Penalty gets them further.
Yep. Started out with, let's say, a short field, and we ended it in a field goal. That's a win to a defense. You really want no points, but if anything, 3's better.
Thorne will kick things off here. Poindexter in the middle. He's back there with Campbell and Collins. This one will get kicked right to Poindexter. Good kick. Catches it at the 6. Huskies trying to get some blocking for him. Now Brian's going to get to the outside. Steps through a Webster tackle, but Webster gets just enough of him to take him to the ground. And now Brian's slow to get up, and he won't get up. Hope Poindexter's okay.
I'm not sure if is he cramping or
it's like they're tending to his lower leg.
I know in the past he's had some ankle issues, but
back on his feet now. Good to see. Walking off a little gingerly, but he's putting more and more weight on the ankle with every step.
If you look at him, his front toes up. It's almost like, man, I got a cramp. Like how your foot's up in the air, it's elevated. I'm not sure.
Musselman beating Wheeling Park by 7. That's a surprise. Bridgeport 49-7 over East Fairmont at the moment. Herbert Hoover 12-7 over Nitro. Good game down there. Elkins 48-10 over Lewis County currently. That's what we got at the moment. All right, 1st and 10, North Marion from the 34. Here's Toby. Toby with a good run, a good positive run. He's going to pick up about 6.
I'd say with Toby in the game, it's going to be more of a power football game right now.
7 yards officially on the carry. 2nd and 3 now. Ball up to the 41 with 7:20 on a clock. That is rolling in the 4th. North Marion down by 6. Here's Toby. Gets about 2 before he is brought down there. Nice tackle on the play, filling the gap there by Philip Barber's Tyler Vance, number 20.
Yeah, it looks like he's a yard short.
2 yards on the carry. And now Morris will check back in for Collins, not for Michael. Michael will move to wing back, and Cole Morris will be in at quarterback. Ball at the 43 for 3rd and 1. They get the jump. And no motion on that clap, Coach.
No, it was just a hard count, and I say hard count. I guess when you're like that, there's really no hard count. It's just a clap.
Just the clap.
Hard clap, I should say.
John Gruden hates the clap. I don't know if you followed any of that with him.
I love that. He's like, so show me your snap count, your cadence, and he claps.
Ball's up to the 48 now. It's going to be a pitch out. Poindexter fresh back into the game. Steps through one tackle, and then he'll be brought down by Vance. Another good tackle by Vance. That's 2 on this drive.
Yeah, we've not been able to establish anything on the perimeter. So, early, in this drive, we've had 6, 3, couple yard, like we're not able to get the perimeter other than throwing it to the perimeter. So
2nd and 10 now. Ball stays at the 48-yard line. Moore still in at quarterback. Scott Johnson, Parson Bland at wide receivers, Poindexter, and I believe that's still Toby Michael in there alongside him at running back. Now they'll shift a little bit. Play clock at 15, game clock at 5:54. And this is a handoff and hit immediately by Vance. And that'll be 1 yard for Poindexter.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Coach Lanham is not going to be happy watching film.
So it'll be Michael in at quarterback now as Morris comes out. Collins in. Parson out. Nope, Parson's going to stay in. Third down and 9. Huskies need a chunk play here.
Just get half.
Ball to 49. Snap Michael. He's going to keep. Goes to the left. Picks up some blocking. Toby Michael stays on his feet. He's got the first down. Big run, Toby Michael.
Honestly, that was a lot of will. Like, he started stumbling, with about 3 yards to go, and that was just a will play.
Coach, if he doesn't stumble, he has some more. But you said with 3 yards to go, I think he stumbled for 7 yards.
Did he?
Maybe a little exaggeration, but
okay.
Great balance from him. Ball at the 41 now, 1st and 10. Toby's going to give to Edgel, and Edgel up the middle. Blake Edgel stays on his feet. He's got a first down, and the longest play of the day for the North Marion Huskies. Takes them from the 41 up to the 22-yard line.
That was a good job. Again, just north and south. Look at the players. The players want to go fast here. They've got them on their heels.
19 yards on the carry up to the 22. And again, the biggest play of the game for North Marion, 19 yards on the run. 1st and 10 from the 22. Snap to Michael. He keeps. Steps inside. Gets across the 15.
I'll tell you what, Blake Edgel on the block. We missed something up front. Maybe it was a blitz or whatever, but Blake Edgel did a great job sealing that.
9 yards on that run. Second and 1 from the 13. So a little personnel switch here has ignited the Husky offense with Edgel and Michael in.
You never know what'll really spark you. It's really nothing against anybody else. It's
ball to 13. 2nd and 1. Snap. Give. Edgel. First down.
Yeah, good job.
4 yards on the run for Edgel. Gets it to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal.
It's about time for some type of counter play.
Edgel out, Poindexter in. It'll still be Toby Michael at quarterback.
Yeah. I'm gonna say within the next couple plays it'll be counter.
Pistol formation, Toby Michael. He's got Poindexter behind him. Snap. Give Poindexter around the left side. Brian picks up a block. He's inside the 5. He lost the ball, but he was in the end zone first. That's a touchdown,
wow.
Huskies.
Philip Barber's coaches are going nuts.
And that's a touchdown. North Marion is tied at 13 on a 9-yard touchdown run for Brian Poindexter.
All right. So now we gotta make the kick.
Cooper Williams on for the PAT. Snap. Kick is up. He knocks it in. The Huskies lead 14-13. 3:19 to play.
You know what? I'm not sure. Like, it almost looked like they hurdled our center, our short snapper there, which is illegal.
Couldn't quite tell, but I got to be honest. I was looking more at the operation at the.
That guy's automatic back here. I wasn't watching that. I was watching.
I think everybody, all of our YouTube listeners and Huddle watchers are happy you waited until after the kick to say that.
Yeah, that's right. I got confidence in those guys. Those guys are my guys in basketball too. So
I know you're new to this booth thing.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the thing.
It is. My wife says it all the time. She's, like it's especially that thing in basketball. It's like free throws. Oh, they haven't missed one all night. Next thing you know, you missed one.
Yep.
In the state championship game when I was coaching with Coach Parrish, I think Taylor Bonamici hit like 22 or 23 or something like that. And I'm like, she hasn't missed one all night. She missed one.
Here's a kickoff from Williams. It's going to go down. Webster drops it. Had it at the 16. Now he'll look to turn things up. He's hit and taken down. The Huskies get him. Got to let him go. Got to let him go. And they will. Good coverage there by North Marion. We'll give a lot of credit there to Mason Wilson, 55.
Nah, 59. It was J.D. Baker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The font on that got me.
Yeah, that's all right. You know what? And he's a young player. Good. He's grown into be a good player. But the thing about it is he dropped it, right? So when somebody drops that on a kickoff, a lot of times teams will house that because you lose your lanes.
Exactly.
Everybody goes to the ball. You lose your assignment. You lose your lane. So credit the special teams unit right there for staying in their lanes.
1st and 10 from the 25. Huskies lead 14-13. 3:11 to play here for Philip Barber. Jones takes the snap. He's going to drop straight back. Pressure comes. Toby Michael got him again. That's a sack for Toby Michael. I've got Toby with 4 tonight. I guess you could potentially split that one between him and Friels, but Toby got there first and made the contact. Toby's going to get that one in my book.
Toby, again, he's a football player. But listen, they're going to have to find another guy to go to every now and then. Philip Barber is.
2nd and 15 from the 20.
He's changing his coverage. Coach is changing his coverage.
Now here's the snap. Jones pitches it out. Carpenter. That's a crackback block. Yeah. That will be a flag. And it's a big block there by Bennett, but that's illegal. I don't know when they changed that rule, but that blindside block is definitely going against Philip Barber.
I'll be honest with you. I don't like that they got rid of that.
That's the Hines Ward play.
I know, but it's football, man. Football at all levels is becoming soft.
Easy, coach.
I'm sorry, man. Like, Jamela Dye from WVU would not be able to play in today's game.
Okay.
Because Jamela Dye, Quentin Andrews, Carl, those guys were headhunters. And you can't play like that.
And it was a different game. And there's positives and negatives.
It is. I get it. But you know what? This is a barbaric sport. I hate to say it. And you know what you're getting into.
And that's tough for a player in that situation, too. Because you see your assignment, you see, you got the big hit laid out in front of him. You see a lot at the college level, people will run there and just put their arms up.
That's right.
The college and pro level.
Set a screen, yep.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty or half the distance to the goal specifically. That'll bring up 2nd down and 25. They got to get to the 35. Ball's coming from the 10. Pass coming. Jones heaves it down the middle.
That's a pick.
It's picked. It's intercepted by Blake Johnson. He got it at the 32. Blake is going to take it across the field. He's looking to pick up a block. He gets one. Blake's at the 15, returns it to the 10. Blake Johnson, interception, and the Huskies are back in business.
I'm excited for Blake, man. This kid has worked hard ever since he's come to North Marion, and he's a kid that loves to be coached hard. And he used to text me all the time. Still does. He'll text me and say, "Coach, hey, have you watched practice film this week? What'd you think?" And I love coaching kids that love to be coached. And I'm proud of him.
First interception of the season thrown by Jones there.
Yeah. Well, that's because his guy goes and gets it. I mean, let's face it. Like, 3 just goes and gets the ball if you put it anywhere close to him.
Hey, and that's why it's a team sport.
That's right. That's right.
1st and goal from the 10. Game clock at 2:06. Philip Barber has all 3 timeouts. Snap to Toby Michael. Toby's going to keep. He gets inside the 5. Toby stays on his feet. Toby Michael in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
It's time, North Marion's saying, hey, it's time to play big boy football. And, they're just running straight ISO. Looks like we're staying out there. Going for 2.
Well, up by 8 right now.
Yeah.
So making it a 10-point game, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not sure what. Maybe you got the momentum, right? Their heads are down a little bit.
Hard count coming. Nope, they're not going to run a play.
They're not going to run it. I was wondering what, I'll never, well, I'm not going to say I'll never question Coach Hayes. I've questioned Coach Hayes before. We're pretty good buddies, but, I'm questioning, kick the ball here, go ahead and, what is it, making a 9-point game, right?
It'll be a 9-point game.
Yeah.
Should Williams knock in the PAT?
Hey, you said it, not me.
I said should.
Should, right.
I left it pending. I call a lot of basketball games too, Coach. And the free throw thing, trust me, I know.
I'm going to say this about Toby today. First of all, you want to talk about a kid that pregame, most guys, they get their headphones on or whatever and do whatever. Toby was in there playing paper table football with the coaches when I got here. No, he can't kick. He can't kick very well. He struggles with that part of his game. Now, I did hear that Coach Lanham is the champion right now at paper football. But Toby was just loose as can be in pregame today.
All right. Offense does stay out there.
They do.
With Thorne making 2 field goals so far tonight, making it a 10-point game instead of 9. So big play here for North Marion. Got Parsons and Edgel, so a little power backfield with Toby Michael. Snap to Toby. He's going to keep.
Counter.
Gets toward the end zone. And
he's in. He's in. Whoa.
Short. They say he didn't get it. I couldn't tell from this angle. So it'll stay a 7-point game. So the score on the scoreboard was incorrect before.
Was it?
Yeah, because they had 21 on the scoreboard.
Okay.
So, okay.
What we got is 20-13.
It is 20-13 right now, yes.
I can't see the scoreboard from where I'm at anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, so apologies for the little score mishap before. I should have known better and looked at my papers and not at the scoreboard.
That's all right. What we got? 2 minutes to go?
2 minutes even. Philip Barber has all 3 timeouts. North Marion has 2. It is a 7-point North Marion lead.
Well, here's the thing. We talk about halftime adjustments. We kind of talked about it. I assumed that Coach Hayes was going to go with putting Blake on number 3. He's done that. They've given some safety help there. They've done that. Philip Barber's got to adjust now. They're taking 3 away, right? So you're going to have to find another way to get the ball in space to your other athletes. You have other athletes, so.
And I can't credit the North Marion defense enough.
No.
The defensive pressure on the front specifically is making everything really difficult. All right, Williams here to kick off. We got Bennett and Webster back deep to receive. And Williams is going to kick this one. It is going to bounce. Bounces at the 24. Webster's got it. He's hit and taken down right away.
Yeah, Isaiah Carpenter, special teams captain, Willie, did a good job.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24. That kick return took 4 seconds off the clock in what has been a tremendously entertaining football game, Coach.
It is. I mean, these are the kind of games that, number one, I love to watch, hate the coaching.
Yeah.
Because I'd be so mad at specific things.
As somebody who's done media, I've been doing media stuff for about 10 years now or so. Yeah. I can almost count the amount of competitive, one-score games I've ever been to on one hand. Because it seems like there's a lot of lopsided games. So this one is this is always a treat for me.
Yeah, it's fun.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. High snap. Jones gets it. Throws it out. Ball is incomplete. Tapped away. Johnson got 2 hands on it. Collins got the other one.
I'll tell you what, though. You want it, when you're batting a ball, you want to bat it down. If you notice, that ball, it was tipped up. I'm sure a lot of teams, I know we worked it every defensive day, tip drill. And, Webster, I think it's Webster's number 3. No, Polling's number 3. He almost got that.
Yes. So 2nd and 10, ball stays at the 29. Pistol formation for Jones. He's going to send Bennett in motion. Now it's pressure comes. And Cole Morris has the sack.
That was a good job. You know what? You know, Cole's just finding another way to contribute. And this is perfect for him. Long rangey defensive end, pass rusher when it comes to the defensive side.
That is 8 sacks for North Marion.
I mean, I don't care, you know, the outcome of anything. Like, you got to be happy if you're Coach Hayes about the pressure you've put on the quarterback tonight.
So that will be a timeout, Philip Barber. They're facing a 3rd and long. The ball snapped at the 23. They got to get to the 39. So 3rd and 16 upcoming.
Yeah.
With 1:37 on the clock. Philip Barber with,
now,
I believe, 2 timeouts. Scoreboard says 1, but I don't remember him taking a second.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know this much. Philip Barber's going to go for it.
Yep.
So they're going to look to get at least half of it back. And Philip Barber is a really good screen team.
Okay.
All right. So they always have been.
Is this the time when you turn those 8 sacks on their head?
Yes. This is 100%. If I'm Coach Mayo, I'm looking at whoever the offensive coordinator is. I'm saying, listen, we need our 2 best screen plays and be ready for it. That's my opinion, because you know the dogs are coming right now. They're coming.
3rd and 16, 1:37 on the clock. Huskies lead 20-13. 4th quarter action here in Rachel. Motion man for the Colts. Empty backfield for Robbie Jones. High snap. Goes over his head. He picks it up off one bounce. Swings a pass out. That's Poling. He's got it, and he's taken down. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards. Poling gets 3 on the reception. Now we have 4th and 13 upcoming. Good pressure there by Rogers.
It was. You know, I don't know. I don't know their kids, so I'm just talking as a coach. I mean, I really think that, you know, that would have been a great screen down for them to let those linemen through, dump it, let your linemen get up and block in space, and let your playmakers get out and go, because they got some.
Scoreboard says no timeouts left for Philip Barber, so 4th and 13.
Yeah, I mean,
this is it.
You know what's coming. You know what's coming, and you probably know which way it's going to go. I mean, it's been. I don't know if any other player has been targeted all night.
Yeah, I think maybe he threw one. I think he threw one to Webster and maybe one to Bennett. But for the most part, I mean, he is 7 of 13 passing, and Poling has 7 catches.
All right, so here we go.
4th and 13. Ball is at the 26-yard line for the snap. Diamond trips formation to the left side. Jones has it. He's looking to pass. He throws it. Ball is caught by Bennett. He's taken down by Collins. That's going to be a gain of 10, but he needed 13.
Yeah, they came back to that. So they had that play set up earlier, and we sacked them on it. And they snuck him out there again, and we did a good job staying at home.
So a huge tackle by Cyrus Collins in space. And with 1:19 on the clock and no timeouts remaining,
at this point,
North Marion can sit on it.
Yeah, at this point, if they have no timeouts, guess what? You're probably sitting in victory formation. And you are.
So Cole Morris will line up under center. For a team that operates out of shotgun, got to get the exchange right here.
Yeah, that's all right. You practice it every day. Well, not every day, but every week.
And no rush from Philip Barber. That'll be the kneel down. And, Coach, what a great game we've had. North Marion falls behind throughout that third quarter as they get behind 10-7, 13-7 after a Thornton field goal to begin the fourth. Then they're able to rally back. So an offense that had been largely dormant most of the game puts up 2 touchdowns in the span of a minute and 19 seconds in the fourth quarter, gets the defensive stops they need, and is going to be able to, with one more snap and kneel, come away with a victory here.
Yeah, they just carried momentum. And honestly, you know, you talk about a spark. Like, you know, it's nothing that Cole or, you know, anybody, Cole or even Poindexter, nothing they did wrong. It's just
they rode the hot hand. Toby came in, did a good job running the ball, and it kind of gave them a little bit of a spark. And listen, at the end of the day, I guarantee you, I know that they were looking at playing tonight, but they're also looking at next week.
And next week's a big one. First road game of the year. They head down Route 250 and across the county just a little bit to take on Fairmont Senior and what should be a good one. Yeah. So, Coach, we had a good one tonight.
We did.
As North Marion comes from behind, falls behind by 7, and picks up the victory 20-13. Scoring recap tonight. Thorne for Philip Barber, 25-yard field goal opened things up. Then North Marion answered with a Blake Eggsel 1-yard touchdown run, both of them on the team's first possession. Then both teams went dormant until 14 seconds left before halftime when Malachi Poling hauled in a 55-yard touchdown pass from Robbie Jones, 10-7 at the half. Scoreless third quarter. In the fourth, that 10-7 lead is extended to 13-7 on a Aiden Thorne 32-yard field goal to make it 13-7. Then with 3:19 left, North Marion puts a Brian Poindexter 9-yard touchdown run on the board. Cooper Williams with the PAT 14-13. Toby Michael closes it out with a 10-yard touchdown run. So overall, Coach, great game, big win for the Huskies, and good way to respond to adversity there for North Marion.
Yeah, I think that, that you need to come back and refocus. Like, it wasn't your best game, but you found a way to win. That's the important thing. No matter what, you find ways to win games. And, I think that, it's an important, any win's important, but, just finding ways to win close games are very important. Refocus. And again, it's this week coming up, it's the Bears.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining us in here tonight. Not exactly sure the broadcast plans for next week. Stay tuned to your various Facebook pages and section. You'll get an update, I'm sure, closer to game time next week. So for Coach Steve Harbert, I'm Sean McNamara. Thanks all for joining us in here tonight. Once again, the Huskies pull out the victory, 20-13 over Philip Barber.